happy with the 3 or 4 a day. That's fine. After something to eat, it's nice. Bye, babe. Didn't say any other stuff. I'm not taking it. I'm just saying I love smoking at home. It's just essential. When I do, I eat a lot. Yeah. A lot. I'm always.
Send a big man up and last one go on. Oh, right, okay. I said, let me know when the flight is. I don't know. I'm serious. Shorts on and went down on the left. Yeah, I can hear you.
No. 125.
Ah, that's what it is.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Can you hear me?
Any more left? Years ago, I did one at Portugal, After a month, it's all gone. Been on there quite like that.
Yeah, if you can find some, Brandon. There's some going somewhere.
Oh, I love this song. Oh, some cracking songs, these. I booked a flight to go back on the 9th of December because my grandson's never been to a football match.
Right.
And his local side, Plymouth Argyle, they got promotion last year to Division 1. The side I used to play for managed to stave off relegation and stay in Div 1. So, when the fixtures first came out,
Yeah.
Gillingham were playing at Argyle on the 9th of December, so I thought, so I booked up.
Oh, nice.
And everything goes up. At the moment, Plymouth Argyle are bottom, and Gillingham, up until yesterday's game, was second from bottom.
Is there no bottles of water, Brandon? Maybe not the bride, maybe the planner. Straight ahead of you.
Right, Sheila Hardie.
Big ass.
Vanilla. Oh,
We're early, aren't we?
3 bottles into the poison.
We're still waiting for a
poison
guest
today.
to arrive.
Yeah. Like it was, because I had the missus with me. So they finally met the dragon.
Never gonna ask what you're doing, Dave.
Always feel good.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
So I think it's everything ready to go, right?
Manuel's here, the translator, and Miguel's here. Yeah, down here. Yeah. No, not there.
And you think the lighting of the candles will work fine?
Yeah.
Even with the wind?
No, what they do is, so like these candles, the outside ones on this one.
Okay, you cannot stick that one inside.
So these ones are,
Okay, so this is just symbolic, it will not actually...
they're there for the pictures because one of the guests bought them.
You don't think this looks a little bit too messy, no? I'm just a little bit
We could have done with a bigger table.
overzealous.
Yeah, we could have done with a bit of.
Too many Mickey Mouse.
We're there for decorations. We've got a penny.
Okay.
Try to hide all the other bits and pieces out of the way until they get another.
Like that. How's that? Like that, yeah? It's just balanced on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Era para ser diferente, era diferente. O que é para Vila Moura e depois Vila Moura para a armação de feira. Fizeram aqui, parece que fizeram. Só estava à minha espera. Só estava à minha espera para fizeram.
Puseste offline?
Direct flash. Shaded.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Imagine you'd be bouncing it.
No. There. Okay. You want them to line up or you want to be standing on your own? Oh, no. Fine. So, then I'll write down paper.
I think it's quality testing the next one.
Vamos então chamar a noiva, está bem? Nada.
It's been quality testing there for the last 2 days.
Vou aqui em parte do painel.
You're there.
Ninguém sabe que esta hora estou num casamento. Já pode ligar para ver se tem sobremesa. Assim não apareça. Eu não quero estar aí porque estava lá o sol em cima. Olha, o doutor já está todo a transpirar. Vim aqui um bocadinho à sombra.
And esta é live streaming. Eu não sei. É não português.
Aquela é câmara. Então, filmar?
É live. It's live streaming.
Filmar.
You need to fly. You need to hover. That's how they go.
Ah, mais ou menos. O doutor estava mesmo a par dela aqui. Aí eu não tenho nenhuma.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. But it's on this last table.
I'll probably be the angle.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just try and...
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to stand for the arrival of the bridal party? Thank you.
Now relax. Now it's gonna happen.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this slightly warm Algarvian afternoon to witness the joining in marriage of Noelle and James. We would like me to thank you all on their behalf for joining them here today and helping to make the day the crack. Today's ceremony is in two parts. First, we have the civil. We have the lovely Manuela, who's the senior registrar from Salbrash, and as this is conducted in the mother language of Portuguese, we have Miguel, who's the translator, so you can all follow. Obrigado.
Good afternoon to you all. As Leonard was so kind to mention, we are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of James William Coughlin and Noelle Bernadette Gray. Their purpose to get married, at least before the Portuguese authorities, started on the 11th of October 2017, where they presented themselves through a legal representative on the civil register of Salbrash Hotel, where they declared that they want to get civil marriage, and in that occasion it was made a marriage declaration form that we will now read to you. So, as the groom, James William Coughlin, 39 years of age, born on the 2nd of December 1977. It's mandatory that I say so. Born in Cork, Ireland, son of Dennis Coughlin and Frances Coughlin, Irish, resident on the 42 Beechtree Avenue in Ireland. And as the bride, Noelle Bernadette Gray, 36 years of age, born on the 13th of December 1980 in Cork, Ireland, daughter of Noelle Martin Gray and Mary Margaret Gray, Irish, resident also in the same address as James. The process was duly instructed with the identification documents, with the non-impediment certificates, with the birth certificates and the power of attorney, and it was not known or declared any impediment to the celebration of the marriage, reason why it was issued a dispatch that we will now read to you.
Este processo nos termos disposto do artigo 144 do Código de Justiça Civil, anexado por documentos de identificação constantes da declaração inicial e dos documentos juntos. Não tem sido declarado dimensão de registro qualquer dos documentos matrimoniais, tendo em conta o conteúdo dos certificados matrimoniais emitido em 21 de julho de 2007 pela Embaixada da Irlanda em Lisboa, exigido pelo numeroso artigo 166 do Código de Justiça Civil. Dou como verificada a identidade e felicidade do concorrente e concluo por autorizar a solução do casamento civil entre ambos, em face das nacionalidades estrangeiras, excluindo entre promoventes a substância e efeitos das convenções antissociais e do regime de bem geral ou convencional, conforme nos termos do disposto número 1 do artigo 53 do Código Civil, não sendo competente a lei portuguesa, pelo que não será feita qualquer menção no assunto.
To analyze the process, according to the Article 144 of the Civil Registry Code, taking into account the identification elements on the initial declaration and the documents that were joined to the process, there were not declared or known any impediments to the celebration of the marriage. Taking into account the contents on the non-impediment certificates issued on the 21st of July 2017 by the Irish Embassy in Lisbon, demanded by the number 1 of the Article 166 of the Portuguese Civil Registry Code. It was verified the matrimonial capacity of the spouses, as well it was authorized the celebration of the marriage. Once Noelle and James have a foreign nationality, and it's a common one, the Irish nationality, the terms and effects of the prenuptial agreements, the asset regime, they're all defined by their nationality law and not by the Portuguese law.
Agora vamos perguntar às pessoas presentes se conhecem evidentemente esta realização do casamento.
And now I'm going to ask a question to everyone present here today, and I'll give you a short space of time to answer this question. Even though in the process it wasn't found any impediment to the celebration of this marriage, we still have to ask everyone present here today if they know any impediment to the celebration of James and Noelle's marriage. If so, this is the right time and place to speak. There's no impediments, right? Okay, you can proceed.
Não sendo então a qualquer impedimento, eu hoje tenho a noção de casamento.
And now, once it was not declared or known any impediment, we will now explain to you the definition of marriage according to the Portuguese law.
Noção de casamento. O casamento é um contrato soberano entre as pessoas que pretendem construir família e desenvolver uma comunidade de vida, nos termos das disposições do Código Civil.
And the Portuguese Civil Code says that marriage is a contract between two persons who wish to start a family through a full communion of life.
Igualdade dos cônjuges. O casamento baseia-se na igualdade de direitos entre os cônjuges. A direção da família pertence a ambos os cônjuges que devem velar sobre a orientação da vida em comum, tendo em conta o bem da família e os interesses de um e outro.
And it also says that marriage is based on equal rights and duties of the spouses. So both have the same rights and both have the same duties. And that the direction of the family belongs to both spouses who must agree on the orientation of life in common, taking into account the welfare of the family and the interests of each other.
O dever dos cônjuges constam respectivamente em quatro deveres de respeito, fidelidade, dedicação, cooperação e assistência. O dever de respeito é o dever de não ofender a honra e dignidade física do outro. O dever de fidelidade deve se manter unidos em tudo.
And it also says that by marriage, the spouses will be mutually bound by the duties of respect, fidelity, cohabitation, cooperation, and assistance. The duty of respect means that you must not offend the honor or the physical integrity of the other, and the duty of fidelity means that you must remain united in all situations of your marriage.
A residência da família. Os cônjuges devem escolher como acordo a residência da família, entendendo nomeadamente a exigência de vida profissional, aos interesses dos filhos e para salvaguardar a unidade da vida familiar.
Regarding the family residence, the law says that you must agree on the family residence, taking into account the demands of your professional life, the interests of the children, whenever there are, and in this case there are, taking into account or trying to save the unity of the family.
Dever de cooperação. Dever de cooperação. Dever de cooperação importa para os pais a obrigação de socorrer os filhos mútuos e de assumir em conjunto as responsabilidades inerentes à vida da família aprofundada.
The duty of cooperation is that you must provide help and mutual aid to each other and take together the responsibilities of the family that you already started, but that you will now proceed with this solemn act.
O dever de assistência. O dever de assistência compreende a obrigação de estar alimentos e de contribuir para os encargos da vida familiar.
The duty of assistance means that you must provide food and to contribute to the cost of the family life.
O dever de contribuição em casa da vida familiar. O dever de contribuição em casa da vida familiar inclui ambos os cônjuges, no limite dos cuidados de cada um, e pode ser cumprido por qualquer deles pela aplicação de prescritos àqueles em cargo, pelo trabalho expendido no lar ou na manutenção e educação dos filhos.
This duty to contribute to the family charges belongs to both spouses according to the possibilities of each and can be accomplished by any of you by the allocation of your resources to those charges or by the labor expended at home or in the maintenance and education of the children.
Vamos perguntar a cada um dos gerentes se aceita o outro que concorda com sorte e cada um dos elementos responde se é a minha vontade de casar com e dizer o nome completo um do outro.
And now that you know your responsibilities according to the Portuguese law at least, your rights and duties, we will now ask you a very important question. We will be asked to each other if it's on your own free will that you accept to marry to each other, then you must answer with the full sentence, it's on my own free will that I accept to marry, and then you will say the others, I don't know if you would like to stand up to this part, but it's a very, so everyone please can hear you. James William Coughlin. Is it on your own free will that you accept to marry Noelle Bernadette Reed?
It is my own free will that I accept to marry Noelle Bernadette Reed.
Noelle Bernadette Reed. Is it on your own free will that you accept to marry James William Coughlin?
It is of my own free will that I accept
Marry.
to marry James William.
Em nome da lei da República Portuguesa, declaro Jamie e Noelle unidos pelo casamento.
Once you expressed your will freely in the name of the law and the Portuguese Republic, I declare you, James William Coughlin, and you, Noelle Bernadette Reed, united by marriage. You are now officially married.
Agora que nós vemos o assento, já está tudo inscrito.
Just before we leave you with Leonard, I would just like you to confirm your elements, please. Your name, James. Yes.
Yeah.
Your place of birth, your address, and your parents' names. Yes?
That's right. Yeah.
Everything correct?
Everything right.
Because this is what will be on your marriage certificate. Okay? Now on your name, place of birth, address, and parents' names. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay?
E ela não vai buscar a...
You
Ah, sim, uma pus para um tempo assim.
will not adopt your last names for now, right? You will do that.
Só aqui pôs, porque até não me esqueci. Não.
Just change.
O senhor está.
Okay, time and place of the marriage, 2 p.m. of the 15th of October 2017 in Vila Refugio, Camina, parish of Alvor, city of Portugal. You expressed your will before the assistant registrar, and your identification was verified by your passport, and I was appointed your presbyter.
Tá? Não foi buscar a polícia, não foi nada? Tá? Não foi. Não vá, da nossa parte.
On our behalf, the ceremony, the civil ceremony has ended, so we wish you all the happiness, okay? All the best, enjoy the day, and as I said before, leave you with Leonard, so we can perform.
Congratulations.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Tchau, tchau. Vá, adeus, até à próxima.
Once again, good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
By your presence here this afternoon, you celebrate with Noelle and James the love that they have discovered in each other, and you support their decision to commit themselves to a lifelong relationship. Today, Noelle and James demonstrate their devotion to each other by dedicating themselves to a lifelong... Come on. Today, Noelle and James demonstrate their devotion to each other by dedicating themselves to a lifelong together, and they show their respect for each other by setting forth to honour the vows that they have both created. Today, their lives, which began on separate paths, will now be joined as one. The 2 outside candles that have been placed here will now be lit by Noelle and James to represent their lives to this moment. The lights representing the faith, wisdom and love they have received from their parents are distinct, each burning alone. After the exchange of vows, Noelle and James will light the centre candle representing the union of their lives. And at this point, could I ask Erica to come forward for our first reading of the day, please?
The one. All right. When the one whose hand you're holding is the one whose heart holds your heart. When the one whose eyes you gaze into gives your hopes and dreams their start. When the one you think of first and last is the one who holds you tight. And the things you plan together make the whole world seem just right. When the one whom you believe in puts their faith and trust in you, you found the one and only love you share your whole life through. From the heart.
today represents not only the joining of Noelle and James, but also the joining of family and friends gathered here today. Noelle and James would like to recognise their parents on this occasion. They offer their profound gratitude for all the love and care that their parents have shown in raising them. And parents, the unconditional gift of love and support that you have continually offered them have inspired them to become who they are today. And they thank you from the bottom of their hearts. Without you, this day would not be possible. They are blessed to share their wedding day with you, their family and friends, and thank each of you for travelling and making this long journey to this sunny, warm Algarve. For Noelle and James, today is a day they will always remember, and we hope they will look back on it with joy and also with love. Marriage gives a sense of eternalness to a relationship and is a source of strength, security, happiness and fulfilment. These understandings bring me to the first of three suggestions I will make to you, Noelle and James. Firstly, make each other the recipient of daily kindness. The world can be a tough place. Be generous with your compliments. Be attentive and helpful with each other. Each of you can, by your tenderness toward each other, kind words and also thoughtful actions. Make your marriage and your home an uplifting refuge. My second suggestion is this. Make truth the unfailing bedrock of your lives together. A happy, loving marriage is built on trust and respect. That trust and respect can only be sustained if you are both deeply committed to always being open and truthful in every exchange, no matter how small. And lastly, have a passion for your life together. Remember, togetherness is your strong bond, your common sharing of experiences, the dream-fulfilling romance that carries you both along. Make an effort. Share your dreams, goals, ambitions, and also your plans for a lovely life together. Above all, be constantly grateful for the presence of this person who has chosen to make their life with you. My hope for you is this, that you have many long years to delight in each other's company, to feel gratitude and contentment for the great good fortune in having found and loved each other. To make a home together that is once welcoming and meaningful, and to love and be loved by the friends and family who have kindly travelled here today to celebrate with you both. Noelle and James are here before you today to make a public pledge of their commitment to each other in promises of loyalty, in love, and also in friendship. As their closest family and friends, you are here today to witness their vows of marriage and to share in the celebrations that will follow. You form a community of support that surrounds Noelle and James. Each of you, by your presence here today, is being called upon to uphold them in loving each other. Always stand beside them, never between them. Offer them your love and support, never your judgment. Encourage them when encouragement is needed, and listen to them when they ask for advice. In these ways, you can honour this marriage into which they have come to be joined today. I'll ask you both to stand, please. Noelle and James, before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you are about to make to each other. Marriage is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life and to the exclusion of all others. Noelle and James, do you understand the nature of the commitment you're taking here today? Now we come to the part of the ceremony where Noelle and James are to pledge themselves to each other in their contract of marriage. This will then be followed by the exchange of rings, which in the past has always been a traditional way of sealing a marriage contract. But here today is also the outward sign of the lifelong commitment that Noelle and James are about to make. And I invite you all to stand. Noelle and James, please now face each other and join hands to make your marriage promises to each other by replying, "I will," to the following questions in turn. James, will you love and respect Noelle, comfort and care for her at all times? Will you be honest with her, faithful, and work with her to achieve the life you have planned together? Thank you. And Noelle, will you love and respect James, comfort and care for him at all times. Will you be honest with him, faithful, and work with him to achieve the life we have planned together? And James, will you please repeat after me? I, James William Corlin.
I, James William Collin,
Take you, Noelle Bernadette Ray,
take you, Noelle Bernadette Ray,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And Noelle, please repeat after me. I, Noelle Bernadette Ray,
I, Noelle Bernadette Ray,
take you, James William Corlin,
take you, James William Collin,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Thank you. I'd ask you to turn and face your congregation, please. Could I ask William, the best man, to come forward, please? Chief beer tester. I'm assured since yesterday quality control has passed the contents. Now we will conclude the ceremony with the exchange of rings. So James, will you please take Noelle's ring from William? You now place on the third finger of your bride's left hand and repeat after me, please. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises we have made today.
of the promises we have made today.
You may now place the ring gently. And Noelle, will you please take James' ring from William? You now place on the third finger of your groom's left hand and repeat after me, please. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises we have made today.
of the promises we have made today.
You may now place the ring. Noelle and James, you have declared your commitment to each other in the presence of your family and friends gathered here this afternoon. You have also made solemn and binding promises to each other. You've symbolised your marriage by the joining of hands and the exchange of rings. And once again, in the name of the Portuguese Republic, it gives me the greatest of pleasures to announce to this congregation in the big wide world, you are finally husband and wife. You may kiss this beautiful bride. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you please to be seated?
Yeah.
Noelle and James will now light the unity candle to symbolise the union of their lives. From now on, their thoughts shall be for each other. Joys and sorrows shall be shared alike. And may the light of the candle burn as brightly as your future together and as strongly as your love is for each other. I ask you to light the unity candle once. Yeah. Could I ask Valerie to come forward for our second reading of the day, please?
To the very beginning. Hardie the heavens embroidered cloths, enwrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths, of night and light and the half light. I would spread the cloths under your feet, but I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you bear with us for a few moments for the sign of the registry, please. Thank you.
Not that I want to, not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show you how I feel more than words. It's all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I don't already know. What would you do if my heart was torn in two? More than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new. Just like saying I love you. More than now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hand and touch me. Hold me close, don't ever let me go. More than words is all I ever needed you to show. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I don't
Yeah.
Could I ask the three children to come forward, please? Go on, Missy.
What colour do you want?
Red and pink.
Okay, I'll put Daddy's eyes going to lift you up.
Now we will celebrate the creation of a family. These 5 vials of sand here represent Noelle, James, Sean, Jamie and little Isabel. As each pours in the sands, they show how the individual colours create a beautiful masterpiece of love and also mutual respect. Just as these sands are forever intermixed, so are the lives of the people being celebrated here today. As we join this couple in marriage, we are also reminded of the significant role the children play in this marriage. Today, a new unified life is shared within this family. So if we can ask Isabel to pour the first colour. Well done, Dad.
Yep.
That's the Christmas sparkly one, is it? Very good. And if one of the boys going to take it?
What colour do you want?
Daddy, you wanted to pick yellow.
Yep.
I went an age.
It's nice having 2 women in your life to organise it for you, James.
Yes. Very good, you know.
My colour was first. Lovely. I'm gonna do my pen if I wanna.
Isabel, look at me.
I love it.
Now may the love that has brought you together continue to grow and enrich your lives. May you meet with courage the problems that arise that challenge you, and may your relationship always be one of love and of trust. May the happiness you share here today be with you always, and may every word you have pledged here be a living truth to your lives. Love you both.
Thanks very much, Leonard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the clap? Yeah.
Just keep sinking in the grass.
Just ask you one last question. Are you ready for the crack? And the answer was?
Yes!
To those that have pebbles, use them. Don't throw the bowl, just the pebbles. up his money in that. Wait for the last one. Opposite there, look. Yes. Just give me the bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, Noelle and James, congratulations. You know what time it is now, don't you?
pistolas verdes. Dá 7 pessoas a ver. É?